They said the drama between Tiffany Haddish and Jennifer Hudson was over. They said the love triangle rumors were just gossip. But tonight, Hollywood is watching in shock as Tiffany Haddish delivers one of the coldest, most savage clapbacks in recent celebrity history and the target, Jennifer Hudson. And the reason: a brand new woman in Common's life who's already being called the ultimate side chick. This isn't just tea, this is boiling, scalding Hollywood scandal. That's splattering across Instagram feeds, Twitter threads, and whispered backroom conversations. We're talking cryptic captions, champagne-fueled shade, leaked audio, and a mystery woman who seems to know exactly how to make herself the center of attention, witnesses say. Tiffany's latest move wasn't random, it was precision warfare. She's been waiting, watching, and now she's hitting back in a way that's impossible to ignore. Jennifer's team is scrambling to control the damage. Common has gone completely silent, and the so-called side chick is stirring the pot like she wants the smoke. But here's where it gets truly explosive. There's one hidden connection between Tiffany, Jennifer, and this woman that nobody saw coming. One link that could turn a messy public spat into a full-blown Hollywood implosion. And by the time you hear it, you'll realize this isn't just about shade. It's about revenge, betrayal, and a game so dangerous it could destroy reputations forever. And believe me, it's just the beginning. It started like every other Tuesday night in Hollywood quiet streets. Low-key paparazzi, chatter, and the usual whispers in private lounges. But by midnight, that calm would shatter into a frenzy of speculation that still hasn't stopped. At exactly 1:47 a.m., an exclusive gossip page dropped a blurry, grainy photo that would ignite an online wildfire. Common, arm in arm with a woman no one recognized, leaving the side entrance of a trendy downtown LA lounge. The image was bad quality, but the body language wasn't. Her arm was hooked through his. Her head tilted toward him in a way that screamed intimacy and Common. He was leaning in, smiling like a man who had no idea a camera was watching. Within minutes, the photo was reposted, retweeted, and dissected. Who was she? Where was Jennifer Hudson? And why did Common look so comfortable with someone who is not the woman he'd been publicly linked to for months? By 2:15 a.m., the story had made it onto a major gossip blog. Labeled with the headline, Common's Late Night Company, New Girlfriend, or Just a Friend. The comments section exploded. Some fans dismissed it as harmless, but others remembered the rumors that Common's relationships often ended abruptly, sometimes without warning. The timing felt suspicious, and the internet was already connecting dots that hadn't even been drawn yet. Then, at 8:43 a.m., Tiffany Haddish changed everything. She posted an Instagram story, a black and white selfie, her hair wrapped in a silk scarf, a wine glass in hand. The caption: "Some people will trade gold for glitter. Hope you like cheap shine." No names, no tags. But the meaning was crystal clear. Fans flooded her DMs and comments, asking outright if she was talking about Jennifer Hudson and Common. Tiffany didn't respond, but she didn't delete the post either. That silence was deafening. By mid-morning, blogs had started pairing Tiffany's post with a mysterious Common photo, framing it as the ultimate subtle shade. Jennifer Hudson's Instagram, meanwhile, stayed perfectly curated. She posted 2 photos from her talk show rehearsal, smiling, laughing, wearing a floor-length gown like nothing in her world was amiss. But people weren't fooled. The comments under her post told the real story. "Queen, stay strong. We saw the tea, and Tiffany just came for you, sis." Behind the scenes, sources claim Tiffany had been holding on to this clapback for weeks, according to one insider. A mutual friend told her Common had been emotionally investing in someone new before things with Jennifer officially fizzled. And this wasn't just a random girl, this was someone with deep industry connections and a history with both Tiffany and Jennifer. That history was messy. Years ago, Tiffany and the mystery woman had both served on the same charity event committee. At first, they got along, swapping contacts, grabbing lunch, even brainstorming events together. But that friendship soured fast over a misunderstanding Tiffany never explained publicly. Some whispered it was over a business deal gone wrong. Others claimed it was about a man not common, but someone else who had been playing them. Both. Whatever it was, the fallout was bad enough that they never spoke again. Now, years later, this same woman was photographed on Common's arm. And Tiffany clearly wasn't going to let that slide. By noon, Twitter had dubbed the situation Common Side Chick Scandal, with hashtags trending in multiple cities. Memes surfaced almost instantly, side-by-side shots of Jennifer Hudson's past performances, paired with captions like, "Singing through the pain." Tiffany's name trended too, with fans either applauding her for speaking out or accusing her of reigniting old drama for clout. At 4:32 p.m., the second bomb dropped. A 27-second video clip from inside the lounge surfaced, apparently filmed on someone's phone. It showed Common standing at the bar, leaning down to whisper something to the mystery woman, his hand resting lightly on her lower back. The footage was shaky, but the intimacy was undeniable. You could even hear muffled laughter before the video cut out. People lost their minds. The clip spread across every gossip account, with some slowing it down frame by frame to analyze Common's body language. Fans started digging through old photos of the mystery woman, trying to find a match. And then someone claimed they had it. By 6 p.m., unconfirmed reports began naming her as Kyla Brooks, a 32-year-old music publicist known for her work with top-charting artists. Kyla was strikingly beautiful, with a carefully crafted Instagram aesthetic. But she also had a reputation in certain circles, someone who knew how to insert herself into high-profile spaces and make connections that paid off later. The discovery made everything even messier. Kyla had posted a now-deleted photo just 3 nights earlier with the caption, "Sometimes you gotta steal the spotlight." Screenshots spread like wildfire. Jennifer Hudson's camp still stayed silent. But a source told one blog that Jennifer had addressed the situation privately and was focused on work. But that same source also admitted there was tension, and that Jennifer was blindsided by the photo and the video. Meanwhile, Tiffany Haddish still hadn't directly named names. But she did post another story, a short clip of herself, sipping tea and shaking her head to the soundbite. When they show you who they are, believe them. By nightfall, the 3 names, Tiffany, Jennifer, and Kyla, were linked together in every headline. And the deeper fans dug, the more they uncovered. Old photos surfaced showing Tiffany and Kyla at the same event years ago. One particularly damning clip showed Tiffany on stage hosting a benefit, while Kyla stood in the background, barely visible but smiling. And then came the detail no one expected: a small, seemingly irrelevant connection between Kyla and Jennifer Hudson from years back. It turned out Kyla had worked as a junior publicist on one of Jennifer's earlier album campaigns. The overlap was minimal, but in the court of public opinion, it was enough to suggest Kyla knew exactly who Jennifer was and still ended up on Common's. It was the kind of gesture that would have been seen as kind if not for the history between them. But in this context, it was a loaded missile disguised as a gift. Jennifer's stylist reportedly rolled her eyes and slid the bottle to the edge of the table without opening it. Someone in the restaurant, likely a staff member, snapped a photo of the note and leaked it to a gossip blog within the hour. By the next morning, Champagnegate was trending on Twitter. Team Tiffany fans called it legendary shade. Team Jennifer supporters blasted it as classless and desperate. As the memes poured in, Common's name re-entered the spotlight. People demanded answers. Was Kyla Brooks really just a friend? Was Jennifer still in the picture? And if not, had there been overlap? The mystery only deepened when, around midday Saturday, an unblurred set of paparazzi shots of Kyla hit the internet. The images confirmed what gossip sleuths already suspected Kyla was stunning. Tall with cascading curls and an effortlessly expensive wardrobe, she had the kind of camera-ready beauty that could stop a room. But her captions told a different story. One archived Instagram post, dated just 2 weeks before the lounge sighting, read, "The most dangerous thing you can do is underestimate me." The backlash against Kyla was instant. Some called her a homewrecker. Others accused her of deliberately inserting herself into the orbit of high-profile women she'd crossed paths with before. And then, adding gasoline to the fire, Kyla herself posted to her story a close-up of a champagne flute with the caption, "Unbothered." That single word broke the internet. Screenshots flooded Twitter and Instagram, with users tagging both Tiffany and Jennifer. Fans dissected it like a coded message. Was it a clapback to Tiffany's champagne stunt? Was she mocking Jennifer? Or was she signaling that the attention didn't faze her in the slightest? By Saturday afternoon, Jennifer's team reportedly had a serious conversation with Common. A source close to the situation told one outlet that Jennifer wanted to hear directly from him what was going on. The insider claimed Common admitted he'd been spending time with Kyla, but denied it was romantic, though he also wouldn't label it strictly platonic. That vague answer did nothing to calm the storm, and Tiffany. She was just getting started late that night. A new bombshell hit a leaked DM exchange allegedly between Tiffany and a mutual friend. In the screenshots, Tiffany wrote, "She's not the first and won't be the last, I warned her. Some people have to learn the hard way." The friend replied, "But Jen didn't come for you, though," to which Tiffany allegedly responded, "She didn't have to. She knew the game and still played it. Whether the DMIs were real or fabricated didn't matter. People believed them. They fit too perfectly into the narrative already unfolding." Then came the real turning point. Kyla Brooks' past started catching up with her. Old blind items from gossip forums were suddenly being linked back to her rumors about a certain publicist who charmed her way into A-list circles through a mix of business savvy and personal entanglements. None of it was confirmed, but in the court of public opinion, perception is reality. Sunday morning brought another twist. A former associate of Kyla's posted a cryptic tweet. "Funny how she always ends up with someone connected to women she's been around before. Pattern." The tweet racked up thousands of likes and retweets, with users attaching photos of Kyla at events with both Tiffany and Jennifer from years back. By now, the love triangle had become a love square: Tiffany, Jennifer, Kyla, and Common, with their own supporters, detractors, and conspiracy theorists. Every new post was analyzed for hidden meaning. Every public appearance scrutinized like a crime scene. And yet, Common remained silent. No interviews, no social media updates, just radio silence, which only made the speculation worse. Some said he was trying to avoid pouring fuel on the fire. Others believed he was watching from the sidelines, letting the women take the heat, while he stayed out of direct conflict. But what no one knew at the time was that the loudest explosion was still to come. A gossip blog teased a major leak scheduled for Monday morning, one that promised to expose private conversations, reveal overlapping timelines, and name a fourth person in this already tangled mess. And when Monday came, the internet was about to hear something it could never unhear. Monday morning, the leak hit hand. It was worse than anyone imagined. A popular gossip site dropped an audio file they claimed was a secretly recorded phone call between Tiffany Haddish and a close friend. The clip opened mid-laughter, Tiffany's unmistakable voice cutting through. "Girl, he's doing the same thing to her that he did to me, promise you the world. Then disappear when something shinier walks by." It's a friend on the other end. Laughed knowingly before asking, "So you're just gonna let Jennifer find out the hard way?" Tiffany's reply was cold, measured, and dripping with intent. "Oh, she's already finding out." The internet detonated. TikTok users looped the audio over reaction videos. Twitter timelines flooded with hashtags like hashtag Tiffany said it and hashtag already finding out. Jennifer's fans called the leak a calculated attack, while Tiffany's supporters insisted she was simply telling the truth. Jennifer's team moved fast, calling the recording fabricated and malicious, but that only fueled the fire. Amateur sleuths compared the voice to old interviews, analyzing pitch and cadence. To prove it was real, a lip-sync parody went viral within hours, mocking Common's silence as the drama consumed everyone else. Then Kyla Brooks broke her silence. In a move that many saw as deliberately provocative, she posted a photo from the deck of a luxury yacht, champagne glass in hand with the caption, "Unbothered." The backlash was instant. Comments accused her of flaunting the chaos, of enjoying the spectacle at Jennifer's expense. But Kyla didn't delete the post. Instead, she pinned it. Behind the scenes, more cracks began to show. A source close to Jennifer claimed she'd confronted Common directly after the leak, demanding a clear answer about Kyla, while Common allegedly denied cheating. He admitted he'd been spending more time with Kyla than with Jennifer in recent weeks. The source said Jennifer left the conversation feeling like she'd been wasting her time. But the biggest twist was still waiting in the shadows. Late that night, a blind item appeared on a notorious celebrity gossip forum. It hinted that Common's romantic entanglements didn't stop with Tiffany, Jennifer, and Kyla, that there was a fourth woman, someone with more star power than all three combined, who had also been quietly linked to him. Within minutes, guesses flooded in, names of singers, actresses, even one high-profile political figure. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. If true, this meant Common wasn't caught in a love triangle, but in a love square? Maybe even a pentagon. Theories got wilder by the hour. The media frenzy turned into a full-on witch hunt to identify the mystery woman. Meanwhile, Tiffany kept stoking the fire without saying a word about the leak. She posted a photo of herself at a comedy club, microphone in hand, captioned, "If you think I'm talking about you, it's probably am." Fans took it as confirmation she was owning the shade. Even if she wouldn't name names. Jennifer, however, seemed to retreat from the spotlight. For 2 days, she posted nothing. No photos, no stories, no statements. The silence was deafening. Fans began to worry the usually outspoken star was struggling behind the scenes. Kyla, on the other hand, appeared to be thriving in the chaos. A new paparazzi set showed her stepping out of a high-end boutique in Beverly Hills, smiling for cameras and carrying multiple shopping bags. To some, it looked like a calculated PR MOVA visual reminder that she was still very much in the picture, and Common, still silent. No social media updates, no press appearances, nothing. Rumors swirled that he was laying low at a friend's house in Malibu, trying to figure out his next move. But other insiders claimed he was keeping his options open and waiting for the noise to die down. Then came the final blow of the week, a leak that pulled the whole saga into dangerous new territory. Screenshots allegedly from Kyla's phone surfaced online, showing text messages between her and Common. One read, "You know they're watching everything we do now. Keep it quiet." Another said, "She's going to find out eventually, and I'm fine with that." The timestamp suggested these messages were sent while Common was still publicly linked to Jennifer. Though the authenticity of the screenshots was never confirmed, they spread like wildfire. Fans froze frames, zoomed in, circled dates and times, trying to piece together the exact sequence of events. Some claimed this was proof that Jennifer had been blindsided. Others argued the screenshots could be fake, planted to stir the pot. Regardless, the damage was done. By the end of the week, for now, the only certainty is this: Tiffany Haddish threw the first stone. Jennifer Hudson tried to hold her ground. Kyla Brooks refused to hide, and Common played the quiet game like a pro. But quiet doesn't mean innocent tanned. In this story, the silence might be the loudest confession of all, because somewhere out there, another woman knows exactly how deep this goes. And when she decides to speak, the truth could end friendships, ruin reputations, and rewrite the entire narrative we think we know. And when that happens, the drama we've seen so far will feel like the calm before the storm. If you thought this story was wild, buckle up, because the real shockers haven't even hit yet. The leaks, the shade, the champagne stunt. They were just the opening act. The whispers coming out of Hollywood right now. They're pointing to an even bigger twist, one that could expose the mysterious fourth woman. And finally explain why Common has been moving like a man playing chess while everyone else is. Stuck on checkers, the kind of twist we're talking about could end careers. We're hearing about private messages, receipts, and behind-the-scenes confrontations that make this week's drama look tame. And once that name drops, it won't just be Tiffany, Jennifer, and Kyla in the headlines. It's going to be a full-scale Hollywood meltdown. But here's the thing, when that truth hits, it's going to hit fast. By the time the mainstream media catches on, the internet will already be flooded with details. And the only way to make sure you're ahead of everyone else is to stay locked in right here. So smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on? Is Tiffany just keeping it real, or did she cross the line? And do you think Jennifer knew more than she's letting on? Make sure you subscribe and turn on all notifications, because the next time we update you on this saga, you might finally reveal the name that changes everything. Trust me, you do not want to be the last person in your group chat to know. When the real bomb drops,